Hey Aggies, it's Chancellor May and Michelle, and it's time for Thursday Thoughts this week. This week we're just going to get right to your questions.
Okay.
The first question I'll take. I saw there's a town hall coming up about free speech. What's up with that? That's a good question. You know, free speech and freedom of expression are bedrock principles for a public university, and UC Davis is no exception. So the thing is, though, they're not always as well understood as we'd like them to be, but lucky for us, we have some of the nation's leading experts on freedom of speech on our faculty in our community, law school and elsewhere. So we're going to have a session where we talk about freedom of speech and when it applies and when it doesn't, and why it's important. And you know, I think people understand sort of conceptually why free speech is important, but then sometimes the speech is disagreeable or offensive, but that's just as valid as the speech that you really enjoy. Or I always go back to freedom of speech was so important during civil rights and during various periods of activism where marginalized groups needed to have speakers on campus, like a Dolores Huerta or modern days a Benjamin Crump or Gloria Steinem, or depending on what your issue of the day is. Freedom of speech is what allows those people to say what they think and try to influence your thoughts. Are you going to go?
Yep. I think so. Well, depends on the time.
Well, you're free to say no. Your turn.
Which woman from any point in history would you like to interview?
You know, there's so many. But I think it's March is Women's History Month, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so this is very timely. But there's so many. I guess I'm going to pick Harriet Tubman.
Oh.
Yeah, I just think she has such a cool story, so brave, and I would just like to understand sort of, the what she went through and her thought process and why she did it, and all those sorts of things when she was helping those people taking those people from slavery to freedom.
Yeah, that would be quite the conversation.
Yeah,
I think.
Who do you want to talk to?
Well, since you went old, I'll go new.
Okay.
I would definitely love to interview Serena Williams.
Serena, yeah.
Yep.
Serena's the GOAT.
Well, I love tennis.
Yeah.
But she's got a story to tell too.
Absolutely.
More of a modern day story.
Yeah, I mean, arguably the greatest athlete of our time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What would you want to ask her?
A lot. Like, anyway, some tennis questions. Like the pressure, and being on the field,
Not like, could you critique my backhand? Nothing like that.
No.
Okay, all right. All right. My turn. Where do you see UC Davis as a school in the next decade? Well, that's a great question. We actually wrote a strategic plan, which we published in 2018, called To Boldly Go, after Star Trek, because I'm a Star Trek fan. And it's online, so please take a look at it. But it talks about where we'd like to go in the next decade in a variety of areas. In a nutshell, what we're trying to do is position ourselves to be one of the few top public research universities in the nation that's on the tip of the tongue when everyone talks about where are the best universities in terms of research impact, in terms of the leadership and careers of our graduates, in terms of our community engagement, in terms of our strategic partnerships and diversity and all these things. So I encourage everyone to take a look at that strategic plan online.
Sounds good.
Where do you want to be in a decade?
That's alive.
On a beach?
No.
All right, your turn.
All right. With all of this recent snow, will you head out to Lake Tahoe? Do you know how to ski or snowboard? I can answer for you. Negative, no, no, and no.
But you just went skiing recently.
I did. Yeah. So I will go to Lake Tahoe with the snow.
But I'm pretty good. I think I'm an expert tuber.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just recently got back from Lake Tahoe, and we went in the midst of the snow, and it's beautiful. So yes, we will go out. And I ski. I don't snowboard.
All right. Well, that's all the questions for this week, Aggies. We enjoyed Thursday Thoughts, as we always do, and we can't wait to do it again next week. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe.
Go Aggies.